survivor. I'm a survivor, survivor. Who will be the ultimate survivor? Let's find out when you spend a day in our shoes. All you creators, our sanctuary is waiting. Who will win the title? Well, it could be you. Survivor, survivor. I'm a survivor.
Hey, good morning, folks. How can I close that off? Happy Saturday. I hope you guys are doing well. And thank you for joining me and Rocky this morning. I know you can hear him, and please don't say it. I know. Longhorn Lester's used to be the most peaceful and tranquil place on earth. And that was before Rocky. Rocky is the rooster that, hey, good morning, Facebook. You can hear that. I know you can. There is a chair beside me. Jamie's on her way out, but she realized that she wasn't wearing a bra. And for some reason, that like just freaked her out. She had to run and put a bra on right quick. She said, give her 4 minutes. I don't know if women time themselves. I don't know if she's like, okay. I don't know exactly how people know how much time each article of clothing takes and why she said 4 minutes instead of 5 minutes instead of 3 minutes. I don't know. But for some reason, we were about to go live. I'd already started the live. Guys, if you wonder why there's a little mouth biting the camera, this is the little mouth you're seeing right here. This is the little mouth that keeps biting the camera. Sweetie, I'm trying to make a video. And you're welcome to join, but you can't bite the camera. Okay, no. Now she's going to try to jump on the computer. Oh, my gosh. I hope that your Saturday is off to a wonderful start. And I hope that you've enjoyed a nice cup of coffee or whatever your morning refreshment is. Jamie and I actually went to a comedy club last night. We saw some really good comedy. I'm wearing my tag to show that I paid. And adult comedy. It's adult comedy. And I don't know why I always get picked on. In every crowd, I get picked on. It all started when we first got there. And this is the dumbest thing ever, okay? Now, I know that normally you don't wear a cap inside, okay? You don't wear, babe, I'm already live. Just don't come over here cursing. And I already talked about your bra or your lack of bra. So come on over and sit down. And we're talking about what happened at the door of the comedy club last night. And it was not funny to me at all. But even whenever
funny to me.
I dress, thank you so much. I like to dress. I like to dress country. That's when I dress up. I put on my boots, my belt, my jeans, and I like to dress country. You need to hush it up right now. Sorry about that. And cheers. Cheers to a Saturday morning. Man, my shirt, this is... So we've already been going for a little while this morning. All the babies have been bottle fed. And I actually gathered up a couple of packages here, if you don't mind. At some point, Jamie and I can open a few gifts here. We'll wait towards the end so you guys that don't want to watch that can go on. But I took some time to get dressed last night, and I felt like I looked pretty good.
He did look good. He looked really handsome.
Thank you. But the thing is, I like to wear a cap. I like to wear a cap. Even though I shaved, everything's all cleaned up, I still like to wear a cap. And I know me. And on my own, inside of a building, I'll take my cap off. But we get to the door, and the guy is not the bouncer, but the first guy that you meet.
You know, the guy you pay.
Well, this is the one that made me take my cap off. The guy that makes sure you don't have no guns or weapons or all that kind of stuff. The one that's making sure.
What a different world that we live in.
And he's like, Jamie says it was a power thing. Jamie says it was a power thing.
It was like. But
all of a sudden he's like, you're not allowed to wear baseball caps. I'm like, that's not a baseball cap. That was my brand new I'm a Survivor merch cap. I didn't tell him that, but I'm like. I said,
Lester thought he was joking.
I thought he was joking. And I'm like, man, I kind of laughed it off, whatever. And he's like, he was doing all the transaction, doing all that kind of stuff. And he goes, I'll hold your place in line. You need to go put your cap back in your vehicle.
Wouldn't even let us carry it in.
And I'm like, is this part of the comedy? Is this part of the joke? This must be part of the joke. This must be the comedian, and they start outside, and this is how they start trying to rile you up or whatever. But no, he wasn't joking. So I had to leave Jamie by herself, and I had to run through a parking lot to the truck to put my cap back inside. And then that kind of, it kind of set a really mood that was not positive, because when we got inside, there was all kinds of guys wearing hats. Listen, there was all kinds of hats. Just know this is not the kind of hat. This is not the hat I was wearing.
No,
but not a baseball hat. It was not a baseball hat.
He didn't call it a baseball hat. He called it a billboard hat.
A billboard hat.
Yeah.
Meaning I'm advertising something or something.
I know. It was definitely something. I'm like, there were cowboy hats. There were like Astro hat. Like there were like those types of hats. But he called it a billboard hat.
Anyway, so I couldn't wear my cap. And so I feel like that right there was the beginning. And here's the thing. I would have walked in and on my own taken my cap off, because that's just kind of what you do. Not everyone does that, but that was what our generation does, and those before us. And I may be the last of that. I may be the dying breed of that generation, because people are not doing that anymore. But no, so that was kind of the beginning of our night. The jokes were great.
They were.
But we had a good time, and we were probably home by midnight, maybe 12:30. So we weren't out too late, baby. She is all over the place, and she sits. So she gets in these chairs over here, and they on their own, they end up, the centrifugal force just spins her around.
Which is what she likes.
And that's the funnest thing to her. She feels so special just to spin around in her chair. Like every kid, she finds the chair that spins, and that's one that she likes to sit in and hang out in.
Typically, Les tomorrow finds the spinny chair too.
I'll sometimes sit there.
It has wider arms, so we don't use them on lives. There's a fly on my forehead.
I turned off the fans to accommodate those that scream and holler because of the noise in the background. And as if Rocky's not bad enough himself. But Jamie, I have that syndrome with that hanging collar. When I put my shirt on this morning, it was nice and tight around my neck.
Hey, you sweat this morning.
And already the humidity is just making the shirt hang on me.
It's gonna be a hot day, y'all. The temperature on my little weather app that Lester hates says we're at 109 today, and that the heat index is 123.
A real sweet lady sent me a message last week. It talked about the weather forecast for this week. And man, it was exciting to think that this Wednesday we were going to get like 70% chance of rain. And so Jamie pulls up her app, and each day that we're watching, that rain chance got less and less and less. And I think now it's down to 0. Mm-hmm. So I don't know,
and it was supposed to, like, the temperature was supposed to drop on like Tuesday to like below triple digits. Like
yeah.
It was 99. It's still 106 on Tuesday now. And it's, it sucks.
Someone goes, you're trying to make it a V-neck. I'm not trying to make my shirt into a V-neck, okay?
I know. Help you with that.
I know where you're going with that. No, Jamie, you don't know about my V-neck joke.
I do know where I do. That's why I'm like, it's your favorite shirt. I could make this one a V-neck.
I know, but I don't think that you know where this person is going with this.
I was avoiding it, Lester.
Oh, were you? We are drinking coffee this morning. Now, I have iced coffee. I don't really like hot coffee on
I knew
days.
You were hot, so I was like, I'll make him some.
Yeah, so
but I drink the hot coffee. Somebody says, did you get a Cog Hill Farm cup? No, this actually came from Dollar General. It just has the Cog Hill.
Oh.
The Cog Hill.
It sure does. It has a little Cog Hill logo on there.
So it says Farm Life on it, but it is not Cog Hill. This one came from Dollar General. We're fancy.
But Cog Hill talked about something interesting that I had the idea of. And if you remember the little video that I made where when Jason was drinking his coffee, when I was drinking my coffee, all of a sudden as the coffee level went down, I could see Jason's face at the bottom of the cup.
That would be so funny.
And so Jason actually has talked to somebody in merchandising to see if they can actually get a cup where at the very bottom you can see Jason or Brooke,
that would be really
smiling neat. Face looking up at him. It would be like,
if he doesn't do it, I'm going to. Not with his face. I'll do it with our faces. And then people can just look at us eerily as they're drinking their cup.
They'll be like,
that's so funny. Oh, Cog Hill was just live too, they said. Whoops.
Cog Hill was live this morning. I hope that we did not cut them off.
Whoops. Lester.
Whoops. Boy, Jason will have my hide for that. You ever heard that expression? He'll have my
Mhm.
hide. He will have my hide for that one. I did not know. We hate to do that. I didn't know they had Saturday morning live. I did not know they went live Saturday mornings. I know they go Tuesdays or Thursday. No, they go
They go
Tuesdays.
Tuesdays right before my time.
Before yours, yeah. And normally we will all communicate and let each other know what's
Yeah.
going on.
We're horrible
Jamie,
friends.
you know what? I think I might have known they were doing live because of their coffee.
We're horrible people.
We are horrible. We are horrible people.
You should text them and say we're sorry.
I will
Your
text them
phone's
right now.
right here.
Where's my phone?
Maybe you should invite them.
Hey, you know what? I will do that. I will invite them, see if they want to jump over and join
Yeah,
us.
everybody says, yeah, it's Cog Hill coffee time. Jason wants to try sushi. Jason should try sushi.
Give me one moment, guys. I'm taking a picture of something.
I love sushi, and I would love to show him how to ease into sushi.
No.
That would be an excellent reason for us to go visit Cog Hill. It's just a matter of finding someone to come feed these babies because we can't leave. We absolutely, last night leaving to go to the comedy club gave us both a panic. We were like looking at cameras, like even though the feed up was done.
Hold on one second. Buddy, I'm so sorry, Jamie and I went live and I completely forgot that you guys do a Saturday morning live, period. Everyone's letting us know about it now. Exclamation point.
Whoops.
Hey, any chance you guys want to jump on and join us? Question mark. I look, and I'm going to send him the link.
They're probably mad at us and like, no. Somebody says sushi's not for me. Lester doesn't want to try sushi either. I think it depends on what you try because I don't actually like the kind that has the raw fish in it. I actually like the kind that has like crab, like the spicy crab, and the crab is cooked already. So like, it depends on what variation of sushi that you dabble into and what flavors that you like. But don't think of it as just like just raw fish, because you can go extreme and go the raw fish path and all that other stuff, but you don't have to, and you can still experience sushi.
Well, Jamie, a part of her, now you may have already had planned to talk about this, and I hope that if you did, I'm sorry, but on her work trip, one of the events of their work trip for the afternoon, the evening social event, was they were doing a food walk,
a food tour,
where y'all were in Charlotte, North Carolina, where they were walking from restaurant to restaurant to restaurant. It was a planned tour. And at each restaurant, at each stop, they were given a drink, a beverage choice, and a certain part of their dinner. So an appetizer at the first place, and then something else at another place.
And they were all small plates. So it wasn't like a full sit-down meal. You basically had 20 to 25 minutes at each place, and they served everybody the same drink and everybody the same meal. And it was a total of 5 different spots, and it ended at a speakeasy. It was really cool. But it was eclectic food. So it wasn't for the kid menu guy.
No. Well, and here's the thing. Jamie invited me to go with her. And obviously she knows that I can't, but I'm so glad I didn't, because Jamie's boss, the big guy, was there. And at one restaurant, he ordered oysters. And of course, most people out of the 16, 20 folks who were there, "Nah, I'm good, thank you." No, he would not take no for an answer. When the boss walks around and he watches you and he demands that you eat an oyster. Now, Jamie said that most people who were reluctant ate the oyster, ended up liking it, and they wanted another one because he ordered a lot. And but here's the thing: I would have literally probably gagged at the table and ruined everyone's meal for the rest of the night, because my body's not made to put stuff in my mouth that I don't want in my mouth. It's not. I can't do that.
Nobody was forced, but it was like, it was, there was pressure around you, and people were nervous to try it and stuff. And the people that were nervous actually really liked it. I've had oysters before, and I do like them, but I don't love them. It's not something I crave or anything like that. So it was an experience. I'll say that. And nobody was like forced, like, if you don't do it, nothing like that. But it was like, try it. And, when you get around your group of peers and things like that, people just did. So, some people put hot sauce on them. Some people put horseradish.
Barbecued oysters in a half shell.
So, and there were also cooked oysters. Also, oysters Rockefeller. Rockefeller was there too, and that is the path that I chose. I do like raw oysters, but again, I don't love them. So I went the cooked path on that.
I am with you, Longhorn
side.
Lester's. So thank you.
I told Lester
I'm not
I
the
actually
only
want to
one who
do
would
that
not-
in Houston, but in Houston, so it's food week, it's restaurant week in Houston too, which is part of the thing in Charlotte. Like it's restaurant week across the US, I
Okay.
guess. So they do these food tours. You pay one price, and then a guide takes you from place to place to
Oh.
place. I know, I saw my hair.
Your hair.
And then I told Lester I want to do that in Houston and take y'all along with us because it was neat. And I mean, I was full by stop number 2.5, really, because what we had at number 1 was delicious, like absolutely amazing. So I want to take him because I do think that you can in our big group. I think that whoever organized it picked in normal, like I've done a New York City restaurant week tour.
Yeah.
You can pick, you have like 3 options at each place.
Well, hold on. I've seen this 2 or 3 times now. I don't know if it's from the same person, but they're saying, watch it, Lester. Oysters are an aphrodisiac. Is that true?
They are.
Why?
Let me rephrase that.
Why?
They say that they are. Do I know that there's truth to that, or if that's a myth? I have no idea. But it is said that oysters are an aphrodisiac.
When's get you in the mood? When's get you into the mood, pretty much, right?
A mood. It makes you happy.
It makes you happy. Everyone's saying yes, it's true. What was your boss up to, Jamie?
Making people happy.
I guess he was, Lord. But no. Is that why I didn't hear from you the rest of the night, Jamie?
Whatever.
teasing.
I called you.
Jamie does. She doesn't call. She wants to video chat. We have to video chat.
Because your phone doesn't work in the house on regular call. So I FaceTime you because it works on Wi-Fi.
But no. So no, oysters is that I would have to say big no to oysters. Now a lot of folks are saying they're good when they're fried. Now, if they're fried, I might could try them. I don't know why something about frying things just is more appealing to me than
you would eat them fried.
slurping,
You probably
slurping them down raw.
You probably have eaten them fried.
I've never had an oyster in my life.
You've had clams.
I do like fried
Same.
clam strips.
Same.
Oh, well, I don't know. Maybe I would eat them fried.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, it's the same thing. It's
fried
a mussel.
and smoked. I don't know. Well, it sounds interesting. But no, that was Jamie's work experience. I'm sorry I'm telling you all about her work trip, but
it's all right. It was a very busy 2 days. The travel on both ways was delayed, so it made it even longer. But I made it safely and it's done, and I'm back home and back in the swing of things, and I'm excited because while I was out of town and Lester got to experience the whole the baby longhorn fun, it has helped now because in the mornings I'm like, this is now a we thing in the morning instead of a me thing, and that's exciting for me. It really is a team event, though. You have to admit it that it does take 2.
it does. It is absolutely a team event. But listen, before we move on from the oysters, someone wants to know if you ever had mountain oysters. Mountain oysters. Do you have any idea what mountain oysters are?
Why are you smiling? No.
Because I do know this, and I've never had mountain oysters, but mountain oysters are actually the testicles of
sheep.
If you hunt, or if it's they will do it with cows. Yes, but they call them mountain oysters, and I'm not real sure why. But no, I've never had. Hard no. You know that a lot of the different cultures around the world find specialties in different parts of the animals that we would sometimes.
Yeah.
So an example is there in Plum Grove. You know that we have a changing demographic. Okay, no surprise. We talk about this all the time, and that's great. We've enjoyed a lot of the culture. However, there is one thing that the folks advertise in all the little taquerias, that they have cow tongue, lingua. They have cow tongue.
I've eaten cow tongue.
You've eaten cow tongue
long before you. Like I was 18 years old.
And you wonder why I don't kiss you very much, because that kind of stuff like that.
That you didn't even know about.
Well, listen, but here, where would you have been when they would have offered you cow tongue?
So up north, they cook it like a roast. Like where I'm from.
I imagine it would look like liver. If you've ever eaten liver, I imagine that cow tongue would look like liver. and probably tastes like liver.
No, it looks like a roast. It looks like a roast.
Well,
So,
I had
so
no
the way I
idea.
had it, that they prepared it was in a crock pot, like a pot roast with potatoes and everything like that. And I didn't know what I ate till after I ate it.
Uh-huh.
I was dating a guy and I met his family that day and ate it. And at the end of it, I was like, what roast would that cook
Oh
in?
no. A lot of folks think it's delicious, y'all.
It was stringy. That's what it's stringy.
Oh,
Shredded beef.
so
Exactly.
so you
That's
guys
exactly
know
what it was
about
like.
this. You bunch of weirdos out there, Jamie. We bunch of weirdos around
Lester,
here.
you ate a rat. Thank you, Eva. Thank you.
Oh, Eva, I had to eat that rat. That was my pride on the line. That was my pride on the line. I do keep looking down the driveway. I'm expecting help this morning. Jamie and I cannot get the pump to prime. Guys, I'm telling you, we are having we're having our way. That the well is having its way with us. The pumps. We are having all kinds of issues, and so it's losing its prime because it cannot push water up, and it's allowing air inside the hose. So I don't know the concept, but I imagine you picture this straw. Picture this straw, and if I put it into my drink and I suck it, that's the prime, right? That's the prime. You have the prime.
It makes things flow in the right way.
What would happen though if there was a slit? You ever pop the straw in a little slit? A little slit will form in the straw. You lose your prime. It doesn't suck the same. You're allowing air to come in, and it doesn't do the same thing. And so that's in essence what's going on with our pumps. We are having a really hard time keeping our prime. We can get it primed. We can get them going. And at some point, if one of the motors chuckles or coughs, that little pause right there is enough to make it where it will lose its prime. And then it's not just having to go reprime one pump, you're having to reprime 3 pumps. And those hills they're tough. Jamie went down yesterday and we're doing some measuring. Now I got my fingers crossed here. I got them crossed that supposedly, and listen, I'm not going to count my chickens till the eggs hatch. Is that how it goes? Don't count my chickens till the eggs hatch. But supposedly, a sweet lady who follows the channel has a boyfriend who's in the know, and he actually works for, I think it's United Rentals. And so she showed him our video. He says they have a pump that would do that, one single pump on a trailer, but it's some kind of weird hydraulic pump, y'all. It's a hydraulic pump, diesel-powered hydraulic pump. And I know I said this in my live yesterday, but he says it'll pump water. So our dilemma is we have to get that trailer pump close enough to the river, but it is a 70-foot drop in one spot. This is crazy. The steeper location is 70 foot from where we can park that pump to the river. 70 foot, y'all. Picture 70 foot going straight down.
It's straight down.
And then there's another spot we can go that's a little bit less steep. That's 90 foot. But either way, there's no way to get that pump to the water. Man, it's okay. Okay, so Jason and Brooke says they were done and they're heading out to get stuff. Okay. All right, so they're not upset with us at all. Whew. Whew. He would have my hide.
He probably still might.
He might.
Actually, it's gonna be Brooke. Brooke's gonna call you out at some point in time and
hey, someone's saying troll
all that
alert.
Brilliance.
I know Brooke may get on to me for that one. Don't do that if you're someone who's being mean. Okay, someone says use a fire hose and all your problems will be solved. Man, I wish it was as easy as what everyone says it should be. I really do wish it was as easy as everyone says. It's
a navigation of like bluffs, and it is physically tasking to get to each section in addition to carrying gas can and whatever that needs to go down to it. So like it is, and it has to be done timely. Like there's a timing order and a timing thing that must happen for everything to sync up, and it has to be like synergistic for everything to happen in the same way. And then if you don't keep it going, like refill the fuel before it runs out of each pump. And because their tanks are tiny, they
Yeah.
only run what, an hour and a half,
2 hours.
2 hours.
2 hours is all I get on these tanks.
So if you don't like, you seriously are like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, but you're like mountain climbing, and that you're gonna think like, yeah, it's just a hill. No.
No. Here's the whole thing. So as much and as kind as you are for offering suggestions, no one gets it. I'm just going to say this real simple, and I'm not saying it in a mean way or a derogatory way at all, but no one gets it. And you wouldn't get it unless you could actually be here and see it with your own eyes.
Well, and do it in 105-degree heat.
Yeah,
So,
but even that, there's just the terrain is just impossible for a lot of the things that people are suggesting. The terrain is not conducive for what a lot of folks are suggesting.
That's the hardest part. The terrain is
and so
treacherous.
we don't have a sandbar here. That was the one thing that I wish Longhorn Illustrator had, was a way to get down right to the river. That would be ideal. Now, still pumping that water so many feet up to the top of the hill would still be a challenge.
So do they know the reason why we don't have a sandbar?
Because it washed away?
Well, no, because so we're on the outside of a curve. So when the water comes down to hit our property, we are the turn.
We're the turn. And
so it comes at us.
Yeah.
So across from us, there is a sandbar, because that's not taking the impact.
Backside, the backwash. Yeah.
So the water flows directly into us, and we are the inside of the curve. And that is why the washouts happen.
A lot of washouts.
And why there is no sandbar there, because it has to be on the other side. We are the impact.
So now I'm reading a lot about, I need a walking stick, guys. I'm so sorry. I don't mean to laugh.
Straight up.
You don't get it. It's not a walking stick. The walking stick would do nothing but stick right up inside of me the first time I slipped down, because it's nothing. You can't. It's people still, I think, imagine a gradual incline. It's not a gradual incline. It is a drop.
Your help is here.
My help is here. Let me get him started, and then will you be okay for a few minutes?
I got this.
Well, I already told him that you didn't have a bra on. You were embarrassed. You didn't put a bra on. And I was wondering how you knew it would take you 4 minutes, because you says, I'll be back in 4 minutes. And I'm thinking, how does anyone know exactly how many minutes it's going to take them to go put a bra on?
Well, because it's a minute there. I had to find the bra. I had to put some mascara on, and then a minute back, and I had to make coffee.
Huh. Well, you were here in about 4 minutes too, which is pretty remarkable. But I do want to come back, because I want to open some of these gifts. But let me go find out if my help is good, and make sure that I explain to him where everything's at, and I'll get him started. And I will not have long, because I need to help him. So,
do you want to do this later instead, or tomorrow?
No, I want to do it. I don't want to. I don't. We can do it later if you want to do it later. We have about 10 things. Don't we just do it real fast?
Go say hello to your help.
Okay, I'll be right back, Jamie. Don't talk mess about me when I'm gone.
I'm gonna talk mess. That's what we do here. I'm kidding. We don't talk mess. So, Lester told you a little bit about the food tour thing. It was good. The first place was like, and I like to try different foods. I don't like to be like grossed out by foods and things like that, but you had the option to not eat some of it. So the first place had this Gouda grilled cheese, and the grilled cheese had like pickled peppers on it, and some onions with some plum jam. All of that together sounds disgusting, but let me just tell you what, it was the best part of the whole thing. It was delectable. And the bread was like extra toasty, buttery goodness. And then they served it with some of their homemade wine, and it was good. And then the next part, which was like an appetizer-ish thing, was a waffle that had sugar crystals inside of it, but it was served with real maple syrup and bacon, and then a piece of brie on top. I didn't need to eat any more after that. That was like half of a grilled cheese sandwich, and this little tiny waffle was like, I was good. I was like, this is a great tour. We went to one place that served 2 things plus some wine. I'm done. Like, really done. So that was at this is in Charlotte, North Carolina. And it was like this little market downtown. So it was like an indoor, and it had like 20 or 30 little, it wasn't a mall, it was a market. So it was like open, it almost looked like a flea market, except for it wasn't flea like stuff. It was like just little boutique shops, and then they had like wine places, and then this cheese place, which is where the grilled cheese came from. It was like 7th Street Market or something like that. If you ever go, I highly recommend you looking into this food tour, because it was neat. It wasn't expensive, because we work on a pretty good budget, and we all have limitations or whatever. And it was delectable. So I do want to take Lester to do it, and in Houston though, because I think that it would be a neat experience for him. And the thing is if you don't like something at one place, you just go to the next, and that's part of the fun. A Morrow Hill food tour would be fun.
Yes,
that would be really fun.
Make every family do something, and we all just tour to each other's house to eat.
That would be really fun.
That would be fun.
Okay, maybe that's what we do around like that. Maybe that's our November thing, because October we have prom.
Cool. We have the prom. If we ever get rain, we will do our pond
boat races.
Cardboard boat races.
Yeah, right now they're planned for September 3rd, but Lester and I are really we're looking at weather. Number one, it was supposed to be between 80 and 90 degrees, which we can all handle, and we were supposed to have 4 days of rain between now and then. And so far we're gonna have 0 days, and it's still gonna be over 100. So we think we're gonna have to push the boat races back a few weeks.
Yeah.
We'll make that official decision probably after Monday.
Let's see if this pump.
That's what I'm saying.
If it shows up and actually works,
we might have a chance.
Then we might have a chance.
Yeah.
But we want to make sure that it would be great to have it here. We could do it at I'm a Survivor, but the pond it's not full there either. It's just right now the pond levels are so low, and they're nasty. They're just not clean. They're not full. They're not alive and well.
Steph and Buddy are here, by the way. And I'm sorry I'm sniffling.
Where's Steph and Buddy?
I just saw the Denman Homestead.
Well, why don't they join us? That would be so darn fun.
Yeah, because they could be part of the food tour.
I will send them an invite.
So
I look desperate for friends here. I'm just asking
I'm like,
anyone
are you
to join
bored?
Us.
Like,
I'm just asking.
We have to open gifts.
To
you know that, right? You promised me you're going to open gifts.
Oh my gosh!
You can't open gifts with Buddy and Steph here.
Let me just say hi to them, can I?
Okay.
Let me find Stephanie, sweet girl.
Yeah, I think that would be really neat to do a food tour on Morrow Hill. I think I will plan that as our November idea. That sounds good.
So, Buddy and Steph, if you really are here, I just sent you a link. If you want to join us this morning and say hi, just type that into your browser.
Baby!
Type that into your browser, and we can get you guys on here with us.
Yeah, I'm sniffly, and I apologize. I think I got sick while I was gone. Not sure. Or allergies.
Oh, my gosh. Now we got to wait 4 minutes for Buddy to go put clothes on. The heck is wrong? Okay.
4 whole minutes.
What's Buddy like walking around naked, watching us? Buddy's sitting here watching us live while he's in the nude.
You just had to put a shirt on.
But
there are many times when you don't have a shirt on. Like, that's a Morrow man thing.
Baby, get your face. You cannot bite the cow. She's hurt her. That's her ear. She hurt her feelings. Baby, I hurt her feelings by being mean to her. Sweetie,
Starla.
That's her ear, y'all. That's Starla's ear hanging in front of the camera. I'm so embarrassed. Starla. Yeah, ghosts are sweet and they're cute, but man, they can really be annoying at sometimes too. You have to admit that.
Mm-hmm.
So she's been screaming and hollering at us every night because we leave her in the bathroom and we won't let her come out and be a part of the whole house anymore. She does not understand why she.
Yeah, but Lester takes a sleeping pill and sleeps right through it.
Yeah, I don't wake up for anything. But there she comes again, guys. That's Starla. She's biting my She's literally biting the laptop. But
no, sweetie, come on. No, we're not gonna do that. No.
That's true. Ellie does get picked on for not wearing a shirt. So this is kind of a country boy kind of a thing, but we don't wear shirts a whole lot. Some of us will put on a shirt when we're going to be in public or if we're going to be seen, and other folks don't care.
Some of the Morrows don't. Lester doesn't wear shorts until like 10 o'clock in the morning. You said
That's-
Preston, you
yeah,
have them on today.
That's pretty true. I can go out and do all my morning chores in my boxers.
Mm.
And that's just the beauty of living in the country.
Well,
oh
I
my
started-
God. Go ahead. What were you
Oh,
going to
I'd
say?
say, like, I started going out in my pajamas to feed cows because I get so disgusting. I cannot put on my normal clothes.
Look at Steph all bundled up, and Buddy got a shirt on. That's good. What's your shirt say, Bud?
You're pointless.
You're pointless.
That's Buddy humor, I swear.
It's so stupid.
So, Bud, you may not know this, but
Cheers, Steph.
yesterday I invited Buddy to join me on my Lunch with Longhorn Lester live. I also secretly invited Jake to join me on my Lunch with Longhorn Lester live. I was hoping to have the two of them show up at the same time, and I was going to battle them in a dad joke challenge. Buddy could not. You didn't even know about that, did you? Buddy could not
but
join.
I would have lost. I would have lost.
I know you would have. I know you would have. You're horrible at that game. Horrible. And you laugh at your own jokes before you even say it.
Yeah, I
You guys
do.
laughing now.
I know.
And I don't. And Stephanie, you're like just a stone-faced killer, man. I watched that video of y'all's, and I laughed. And so I'll be honest, and y'all can probably admit this. Now that you make videos, you don't watch as many as you probably used to. Is that true?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's true. But I used to watch a whole lot more videos until we started making them, and now we don't have time to watch a lot. We're just always trying to work on our next one. And so I sometimes will put on a video on the TV, YouTube, and I just let them play, and y'all's come on. And it was one that I hadn't seen, and I'm sitting there eating, and I start laughing, and I'm laughing before y'all even start laughing. And then anyway, it was the funniest thing to watch. And Buddy, you may not know this, but you know that your beard captures everything, right? So every time you'd spit that water, it was literally like just hanging off of you, like you were foaming at the mouth. And that was funny. But Stephanie, I was impressed. Jamie, you haven't watched it yet. I told Jamie about it.
I watched it yesterday.
Oh, did you kind of get it? But Stephanie was just really good, just very solid. Like she somehow has this inner focus, and Buddy has no inner focus at all.
She's a mom. She has the inner focus. She can hold it together.
I've also had like a long time of like, I guess just his dad jokes. Now I'm just like,
I feel like in her mind, she's thinking of everything I've ever done to make her angry during that time. So she's just like, I will not laugh.
So
at
it's
this
mind
person.
control.
that's not
Holding
true.
it in.
Women do have amazing mind control. That is true. My favorite jokes, the two that I think were the funniest that I laughed the most at, was the one that Stephanie asked, or I forgot if it was Buddy or Stephanie, about what did the fish say when he hit a wall? Damn, that got me. That was the first one, and that one got me good. And then, of course, I think the one that Bud said, where do you find a cow with 4 legs?
No, with no legs.
With no legs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Where do you find a cow with no legs? The same place you saw him last time. That was just so darn funny to me. But no, Bud, I was trying to get you and Jake on together because I know that y'all are both giggly and laughy, and I just thought that could have been hilarious. But I get it. You're back to work now, and work is busy this time of year.
Yeah.
So anyway, so how you guys doing?
We're good.
Good.
We're just trying to, we're all dealing with like the drought, but it's just one of those times in life like where everything's breaking right now. And so we're just dealing with a bunch of that.
I heard about the dryer situation. What are we doing for fire prevention on this round of replacement, Buddy?
I plan on making sure that all of the screws are back on whenever I
That's probably best.
install the new heating element, even though I don't know if a lot of people know this, but everything that's manufactured, typically they put more screws than are needed inside of these things. So there's just always extra screws. And I mean,
Yeah, always extra parts. I don't get that either. It's like
Right.
such a waste.
Such a Morrow thing.
Such
That
a
is-
lot.
That
Is
is
it a Mara thing or is it just
sorry. That's a. I know, Buddy, that you're not on Morrow, but you live on Morrow Hill, so you still qualify as that.
oh yeah.
You grew up with Lester and probably acquired some of that skill set. Just
Yeah.
saying.
Who do you think taught me how to work on things? Everyone around here. So
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know what's going on. Did y'all buddy almost burn the house down or
A
something?
little bit, smidge, just a smidge.
Yeah, I didn't put all the screws in whenever I installed the heating element the first time because, like, I thought, I assumed they were extra screws. And somehow the lint was able to get through the lint trap and onto the heating element.
Somehow.
So, after a little bit, the lint started to catch on fire on top of the heating element. But luckily, the way things work these days, as soon as something like shorts out, breakers flip, so it doesn't cause like a crazy fire. But yeah, there's definitely smoke.
The whole house filled up with smoke, and I was running outside like a crazy person at like 9 o'clock at night looking for the source of the fire. Found out it was the dryer because not all the parts were put back together. So.
Well, here's something that no one knows. Jamie, I may have told you this, but the closest I ever came to dying was also with a dryer. So I'd order the dryer, and when it was delivered, it did not come with the right plug. When I say the right plug, it fit the back of the dryer, but not the wall. Yep. So I had to go to the hardware store and try to find one that had the right matchup. And so this is how dumb I am. This is dumb. I don't know why. I was in a hurry. I wasn't thinking. But when I got home with just the cord, I wanted to make sure it was going to fit before I put it to the dryer. And I'm holding the naked end like a dummy. Didn't even think. And I stick it in enough to where it connects, and it flipped me over backwards. Like I did a backwards flip in a small washroom, and that little cord burnt a hole in the wall before the breaker finally popped.
This is before I came into his life, for the record.
And so everyone told me that if it had been a 110, it probably could have killed me. But because it was a 220, the bigger, it pushed me off of it instead of had me hold on to it.
Oh my gosh.
So it had enough force to knock me over backwards. And so I remember that to this day. And I was like, that's how fast things can happen.
Yeah.
And so I'm watching a video that Ellie and Megan were making, and they're in the barn dominium, and they were trying to catch these kittens. Now, these little kittens have gone under the stove back, the bottom tray you pull out, and they had gone back behind the wall. And in the video, I could see my stove wiring. I could see the naked stove wiring. And I'm watching a video that was made 2 days earlier, how many days earlier. And I'm just terrified, imagining Ellie trying to reach his hand there and grab and end up touching that stove wiring, which is also 220 and having the same results as his dad. So the next day when I went to the barn house, I turned off the breaker just in case. That stove shouldn't be on anyway. Yeah. But man, it's just scary, guys.
Yeah.
And how you count on blessings. Because that could have been your home burned down.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And when I posted that video, so many comments were talking about how either they lost their whole home to a lint fire, or they knew someone who had a lint fire that burned their house down. And it's super common for people not to clean out that line, because there's, you've got your lint trap, but then there's that line that goes to the exhaust. And oftentimes people don't clean that out because lint does collect in there, and it just takes one tiny little spark to ignite everything.
Yeah.
And that's
also, if you're not, I don't know about the backside if it has a flap, but if the flap ever comes off or breaks off, sometimes mice can get up in there and nest, birds can nest, dirt daubers can nest, and all that creates more of a blockage. Yeah. So it is scary. So,
yeah.
So I did a food tour this week, Steph and Charlotte, and a lot of people are saying that we should do a Morrow Hill food tour.
I commented on that, and I said that I don't think anybody in the family is going to stop by our house. Why?
Because we're not eating pickled stuff. No one wants pickled everything. Pickled watermelon, pickled eggs, pickled. Yeah, I don't know.
I like it. I'm in. I'm coming over.
Jamie just said while you were off with your helper person that you guys did something with you ate something with pickles, and it was amazing. It was pickles.
No, that was me. He didn't participate in that. He would not have eaten that part.
No.
But I loved it.
Well, if we decide to do that progressive dinner, then maybe I could not do something pickled.
You do whatever your heart
Steph makes
desires.
Delicious bread. Her honey is fabulous. Buddy makes good beer. Like, we could have one hell of a meal for a progressive dinner.
I'm going to be simple. I'm just going to have the barbecue pit and just have sausages cooking. Just you come by and get a link of sausage on a stick.
Boring.
Yeah, sausage on a stick. That would be great. Sausage on a stick.
Sounds
Everyone
good.
likes
That's like-
those. Huh?
Can I tell you guys an idea that I told Buddy? I haven't told anyone else in the family yet that I had an idea about too. I thought it'd be really cool if we took one ingredient. Do you remember that one show? What was that show? It was a cooking show. And I'm sure it's still out, but I used to be obsessed. But every contestant had to have this one ingredient.
Mm.
So I was telling Buddy, I was like, what if, just for example, like the family got together and we had to like pick a thing out of a hat, and like somebody got an appetizer, someone got a main course, someone got a drink, but everyone had to make
Using apple or using
lemon, like everyone had to do something, and we can come together and like see what you created with the shared ingredient. I thought that would
I
be
think
cool.
that would be really fun. I think that would be awesome.
Like pickles.
Yes.
That's like a lot of work to me. It's a lot of work. That's a lot of work. Sausage on a stick is easy. Sausage on a stick. Put them on the grill. When they're ready, put a stick in them and offer them to your
you
guests.
can put a
There you
pickle
go.
on top then for yours.
Great. All right. We didn't want to keep y'all. I just wanted to say hi and let you know that, buddy, I tried yesterday. I wanted to really have some fun with you.
Yeah.
And,
Well, I'm down.
We'll do
I
it.
accept the challenge whenever we all get together. I definitely accept the challenge. I'll tell you right now, I'll lose, but
well, wait, you'll be going against Jake. Jake is about as giggly as you are. So
Yeah.
Well, the
I
three
think it
of
would be
you
a
are.
tie.
yeah.
you what?
I think it'd be a tie between. I don't think any one of y'all. I think it's just gonna be like a waterworks of
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
It would be. It would be.
Yeah, it would not be something fun to watch. That's for darn sure. But and then No Shave November. Do you have any plans to? What's your plans there with all your facial hair? At some point, you've got to shave that stuff off.
I plan to follow the rules of No Shave November.
Okay, and so here's my question. Jamie had this amazing idea that I've actually already kind of bought into. In October, we completely shave it all, just bareface it all. Hold on. And then in that No Shave November, we all have tried to grow the best mustache. It's like a mustache growing contest only. Who can have the best stash? And you have November to grow it. Why is he laughing about? Why is he crying and laughing?
I just hate everything about that idea. I don't want to shave, and I really don't want to have just a mustache.
Buddy, there was a time, okay? There was a time when that would have been really cool. I hope you do realize that. And
I think it would be the funniest.
Bud would have he
Video.
would have the best. Bud would have the best mustache.
I know.
He could have anything he wanted. He could have anything.
Do one of
Bud.
those long handlebars that
Yes,
come
You
and
can
down.
then
do
you
that.
can twist it and connect to your hair. Like, think about the possibilities here. Like, you could connect all kinds of places if you wanted to.
You could, Bud. You could do all that stuff. Oh my gosh. Everyone's saying no, don't do it. That's so funny. Who are Buddy's parents? That would be my sister Kim, is Buddy's mom. So, all right. Well, listen, guys, we'll let you get on with your day. We're over here just sweating it out this morning, having our morning coffee.
I'm going to go get a refill here in a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on cup 2.
What do y'all got planned for today?
I don't think you want to know.
Oh, I don't want to know. You're pickling something.
No.
No? But you're not going to tell us.
I already
Well,
know.
Oh, you do know. Okay.
Mhm.
Well, just keep.
Stephanie
let's
is
have a look.
doing some legit homesteading things today.
Oh, no. So listen, so you said that I don't want to know, but Steph, I'm still human. And I also, so listen, and don't forget that Jesus ate meat. I saw that on someone's t-shirt when there was someone from our channel who went to a friend's channel of ours and was giving them a hard time about raising their own beef and chicken and stuff, to fill the freezer. And man, this person began to sell a shirt as part of their merch that says Jesus ate meat. And I thought that was very clever and very true. So don't let people give you a hard time. You guys are homesteaders, and in another way to see that is you're trying to find a way to be less sufficient,
Dependent.
less dependent on, and so you have a skill set that I wouldn't know the first thing about. If something were to go wrong, and I would have no idea where to start on the stuff that you guys have mastered.
Yeah, and just like the garden, when it comes to meat too, like chicken or whatever it may be, like it's good to know where your food comes from.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's amazing.
Yeah, so I'm a little bit nervous about this because
About posting this?
yeah.
I see.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You keep talking.
No, I have a whole, it's not out yet, but like I have an entire video of the why and the explanation and the reason behind it. And I know that I acknowledge that a lot of our viewers came from the sanctuary. And I know that it's a sensitive topic to most people. And I brought it up on my very first video ever. And I got some really, really awful feedback, but I want to be authentic to our own channel.
Oh yeah, be true to yourself for sure.
And I also feel like those who want to be educated on the subject or want to learn more, or if the zombie apocalypse comes and they want to learn how to process their own meat one day, that they have that capability to go learn about it. But there's an entire warning video and basically a backstory video coming out of the reasons why, and not necessarily that I owe anyone an explanation, but I feel I do for our subscribers because of our family and because of our viewership. And I want to respect that. And I want to give so much, like just the biggest heads up ever.
Yeah.
But also I'm not going to show the actual
act of.
It's basically like a before and after. So
that's important. I think that it's not our thing and we don't do it, but that doesn't mean that we're not conscious of those that do. And I fully respect your.
Oh, I do too.
And
even the people that are going to get onto you will be the same ones that are going to swing by and buy themselves or their kids some chicken McNuggets and have their chicken Alfredo, and they're going to have their chicken pasta, they're going to have their chicken salad, and they're going to be doing all of the things that someone else will do. But I
could never do it. So it's, to each his own, and to the followers that want to know, I think it's really tactful that you aren't going to show the actual act of. I think that's really good.
It also shows kind of like just how you solve certain problems on a farm or a homestead. Like when you raise chickens, you could run into the issue that you end up with way too many roosters, right? So what do? You try and give away roosters if people need them, but most people don't because they're in the same situation. You don't. What do you do in that situation? Because if you have too many roosters with your chickens, that is bad for the chickens, right?
Yeah.
That hurts all of your chickens. So you got to find the balance. So this video coming up is just how you find that balance.
And I talk a little bit about it, but Buddy hasn't spoken on it yet. But in my forewarning video, I talk about how, and you guys remember, Buddy has gone through several phases of veganism, vegetarian.
He's as weird as they come.
Yeah.
I remember those days. I remember them days.
Yeah, I know. And the family was like, every Sunday lunch, like, you're not eating meat. It's like,
we make fun of him. He would sit there and take a beating from us because we were just laughing at him.
Sorry, bud.
Yeah, but I have supported him, and I wanted to say that too. Like, I have supported him in any phase of like diet or eating habits or whatever he wants to do. I support, and I don't judge him for that. I've never, like I experimented and learned how to love a lot of like different dishes because of his, when he went vegetarian and all this other stuff. And I appreciate that. And so I feel like, he isn't vegetarian or vegan now, but like for 10 years he was. So I get it. I understand it. I respect it. And I kind of also in return ask for respect on the way that like we choose to eat and how we, so that's kind of another message that I have. Like, I don't have any issues with vegans or vegetarians. Like, you do you, and we, like.
So, and also don't forget that you put it in your title. You are the Denman Homestead. Yeah. And homesteading is a way of life. And it's a trend of life. It's the same thing as being a vegan or being a whatever. We are I'm a Survivor sanctuary and rescue. Yeah. And so we create, characters out of our animals, and you would not eat one of your characters. Right. And, you know what I'm saying? But you guys do homesteading. I don't think that you necessarily create a character and then when it gets bigger, you go out there and eat it. You know what I'm saying? That would be the kind of thing that would make your people upset.
Yeah.
Right.
No one's going to be upset because you guys know how to process your own meats. So no, and then good, the bad, the ugly, Steph. I think that you'll have a lot more respect if you show people who you truly are,
Right.
than only try to show them certain parts of who you are.
And that's what I said. Like, I want to be authentic and I want to be real. And honestly, I think if some viewers find fault in that, then maybe it's for the best that I
Yes. Yes. It's best that they go ahead and go find their happy place somewhere else.
yeah.
I'll tell you two things, and I know I'm rambling. I ramble so bad, guys. But buddy, you may not remember this. I don't know if you were born or not, but when my grandpa was alive, my dad's dad, we would have big family gatherings where they would go out there and we would all butcher the hog that we had raised, or if it were chickens that they were butchering, it'd be a big family event. The entire family would gather around, and that's just what we were doing that day. It'd be Uncle Riley over with his kids, and then they'd go out there and they'd tie up the hog. And I'm not going to go through all the details, but we would butcher and we were all a part of that growing up. And so we have no qualms against that. And most people on the page, even though they may not be able to do it, they don't say they were never exposed or around it. So they probably were. And then the last thing I'll say is the day that we lost 2,000 people from our page is the same day that we gained 26,000 on our page. So sometimes what can appear to be a bad thing can turn around to end up being a great thing by being who you truly are and showing yourself. Should I say the experience? Should I talk about why?
No, we're good.
It was during the summer of 2020, whenever the country was it was just chaos, and all the news channels was looting and rioting, and all this stuff was going down. And so someone sent me a t-shirt of me with Pig Trudy, our little Pig Trudy. And I took a selfie and I'm holding Pig Trudy. And I think the exact words on the caption was, why sit there and watch our American cities being looted and burned to the ground when you can instead watch this little girl steal your heart? My exact words. Well, those people who were in support of the looting and the rioting and all of that, how dare me condemn them for looting and rioting and burning down our American cities? And man, they begin this assault on our page because of that picture. My own boss called and says, take it down. They're calling this the district. I'm like, I'm not taking it down. I stood my ground. And ultimately, on that day, our analytics for the next day, when all that stuff comes out, shows that we lost 2,000 people on our page. But it was beautiful how we had gained 26,000 in one day because you stood your ground and you didn't succumb to, okay, I'll do whatever the masses are demanding of me. The looters and rioters and those that want to stomp their fist, we don't do that kind of stuff. We're not those kind of people. And so that was my opinion. Jamie was mad about it, but it ended up to being where we stood our ground, and it ended up being a good thing for us.
Yeah,
right?
It's very true that whenever you're going through like a hardship or a dark time, you don't always see the outcome, right? You don't know like what God has planned for that type of situation.
So true.
We saw that with what happened to us in Kansas when we got arrested, right? That was like one of the most traumatic experiences myself or our kids had ever been in. But then when we sat down to tell the story, once we had a platform like YouTube, it went viral. So many people like watched that story and heard that story, and it was just crazy, like how much that blew up and touched a lot of people, that story,
and could relate to it, which is so sad. Like people that could relate to the police. I'm not going to get into it, but anyway.
No, I know the story. I remember when it happened before. Yeah, that was a scary thing for y'all. The kids were just the trauma the kids went through with all of that and the way y'all were treated. But
it's very surprising how when you think something's going to backfire, and sometimes it does, but at the end, like you end up sometimes you know, doing a little bit of good too. So anyway, that's my, I am hesitant, but also I'm scared about it, but I want to be myself.
Yeah, be
Obviously.
transparent. Yeah, there you go. Well, there's a little guy named Rocky who lives here, and I'm kidding. We have a rooster we were gifted, and he's a very loud and a mean little sucker. See, he's a fighting rooster, and so he used to live at a place in Oklahoma. And when the guy came down to visit, he brought Rocky with him. Never told me a thing till he got here. Oh, by the way, I brought you a gift, Rocky. And so I don't know what to do with Rocky, but no, we're not going to eat him because he is a character in our novel.
But
So
that does bring up a good point. You know, I talked about what do you do when you have too many roosters? Well, unfortunately, the other side of that is that people will sell them for fighting,
Yes.
right? And that's talk about animal cruelty. You instead of making, you know, instead of taking the rooster out of that situation and just making a meal of it, you instead put it into a hell situation, you know,
and it's gonna die. Like,
did you guys hear about whenever LE went to the feed store and they were selling roosters? Now it was they had these little roosters tied to a string around their leg, and they were selling them for, I don't know, $25 each, whatever it was. So LE and Megan, they bought one. And they wanted to rescue it because they did not want to see this poor rooster. So at that point, we didn't know that these roosters were trained for fighting. They were fighting roosters. Ellie brought it home and let it go out around the barn area. And the next day when we walked out, it was just a bloodbath because that rooster had killed all of our roosters. I know, it was horrible.
It was bad. That's been a while ago.
That's when we learned that a fighting rooster is no joke, man. But that rooster had to be trained somehow. That's what you're saying. If you were to give your roosters away at the Valero for someone who may, you know, they would end up possibly being a training rooster for their fighting roosters. Yeah, a bait dog, or like a bait rooster, which is horrible.
I'm sure that was a learning experience for Ellie too. Like
he was devastated. He was because Ellie's all about just, he's so soft and just so easygoing and just so passionate about things. And to know that he brought home something that ended up hurting so many others in just a brutal way. It was just, it looked like helter skelter across our barn, y'all. That rooster, it was bad. I shouldn't be laughing.
It's been a few years.
Yeah, it's been a long time ago. Yeah. But so, all right, my friends, we will let you guys go. We're gonna do a couple of things here.
Steph, someone sent a package to us, but with your name on it, so I will drop it off later.
Ooh.
Oh, cool.
Or we could open it and just see what we all got.
Yeah, show me.
All right. Well, thank y'all for joining us.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us on.
Good luck, Steph.
Thanks.
Can't wait for the video.
Okay. Bye, guys.
That was nice of them to join us.
It was nice. I'm gonna go refill my coffee.
Okay. That is certainly fine. Yeah. Can you bring me a little something, just something to wet my whistle?
Oh boy.
I'm going to go ahead and start opening a couple of gifts. My friends, at this point, if you don't really want to see any gifts being opened, and this is not for everybody, I completely respect that. And even I myself have kind of a hard time receiving gifts in a world, well, at least a country that is struggling right now economically, and gas prices and fuel cost and the cost of your groceries and everything else. That your insurance continues to rise and your salary's not. And so it really is troubling sometimes to feel like we're so blessed. And I've said it time and time and time again to where people think I'm scolding them, and I'm not. I'm just saying, make sure that you spend money on you and your family, or save your money. We ask for nothing here. We'll take care of our own. And if we ever do have a financial need, we'll let you know. But as of right now, we've been so blessed, and we don't need for anything. But we will go ahead and open these gifts right quick. I think I count 10. I count 10 packages that came over the course of the week. There are some that are to me, some are to Jamie, and some are to the both of us. Some are for some of the animals as well. So I'll just say this one last time. If you're not into the watching us open packages, then by all means, you don't have to. It's not going to hurt my feelings whatsoever. This is to Ritzy Walker. Ritzy is Jamie's dog. Her beagle over at the other property, and Ritzy cannot come to Longhorn Lester's because she's a roamer. She's a beagle and she likes to run. All right, this here comes to Lester Morrow. It's hydration hydration multiplier. A hydration multiplier. And then I'm getting my shirt eaten. It says, Lester, use these in the dishwasher. They work great. Love you. And I'm a supporter of all that you do every day. Sending hugs in this tough time, from Tammy. So Tammy, a hydration multiplier in the dishwasher. I don't understand why. Why in the dishwasher? It looks like they're putting it into their glass, like they're drinking it. Maybe I don't understand something. Someone says that's really good stuff, Lester. That's really good stuff. Okay, hold on. Someone says, please put Stephanie's page in the comment. Hold on. Okay, so that is Stephanie's page right there. They are on YouTube, not Facebook, I don't believe. Hey, Jamie, I got this as a gift, and it says, put this in the dishwasher. Am I reading something wrong?
Oops, sorry, Starla.
So, okay, I'm getting everyone saying it helps you with your hydration. I get that. But,
There's probably another package that matches that.
Okay, so Jamie says that this was she probably sent two things, and this just came in the wrong one, because I don't see how I would put this in the dishwasher, right?
Right.
Okay, but these, I guess, go into your drink, and they provide electrolytes that you might need. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and try one right now in this big old glass of Kool-Aid Jamie brought me, and see how it goes.
Well, while you're doing that, I got a Lester and Jamie.
Okay, you want the box cutter?
No, I got it on my.
Oh no, Jamie. Ugh. All right, so I'm putting one packet here, and I'm going to stir it in real good, and we're going to try this and see how it works out for me. Oh no, what does it say?
It says, I've got your back.
Is that because of that day when people were being mean to me and you had to defend me?
I don't know.
Everyone thought that was so clever of you.
They're matching.
Woo! Woo-wee! That made it really sweet. Taste this. So that was like that made it really sweet. Now, it's good. Don't get me wrong. It's good.
So I just had a cough drop, and that'd be the weirdest combo ever.
Oh my gosh. Sweet. It is very sweet.
Sourish.
But thank you. It's kind of, yeah, it is kind of sourish.
I like sour.
Hey, this over here is to Ritzy
Aww.
Walker.
A Ritzy girl. Oh, she's gonna be so excited. Some chicken treats, and these come from Miss Teresa. It says, enjoy your gift, Ritzy. I hope you like these. Let me know you're a good girl, and have Megan give you a kiss from me.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I'm gonna have Megan give her a kiss. I'm gonna give her a kiss this afternoon. Oh boy.
This
Thank you, Miss
looks
Teresa.
like a Kango from LL Cool J. Jamie, LL Cool J, as hard as you don't know LL Cool J? Okay, when I'm alone in my room, sometimes I stare at the wall, and in the back of my mind, I hear my conscience call, telling me I need a girl who's as sweet as a dove. For the first time in my life, I know I need love. Oh, Jamie, it's not really. It's kind of more of a jungle. It's more of a jungle hat, but like for jungle warfare. But what's wrong? Oh, wait, what is that? Oh, I thought that was our brand. I thought it was someone put our brand on there. It is an M. That's pretty awesome. You don't know LL Cool J?
No, sir.
Come on. I need love. Okay, here we go. Lester, wet this hat before wearing it. It will keep you cool for hours. Read the instructions. Okay, so it's a cooling hat.
Boy, that's asking a lot for him to read the instructions.
Yeah, really. Come on, guys. Thank you so much. This here comes from Kathy. Thank you, Kathy.
Right.
So did I say who the other things were from? Oh, stop eating everything. It was from Tammy. Yes, from Tammy and Kathy. Thank you.
This is sweet. This is from Rochelle. And she sent us a rope halter for, look who's on the picture here.
Well, you know,
one of the babes. I'm going to say this goes beautiful with Ruby skin.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So we actually bought one for Ruby, but the one we bought for Ruby can go far.
Yeah. So this is actually the halter and the lead all together in one. Right now, Danny is wearing just a halter that's actually made for like a sheep or a goat.
She's cute though. She's cute in her little halter.
Here, this is Longhorn Lester.
I have a question that you might could help us answer. Jamie says that she does not think we should leave the halter on all the time. She says take the halter off when she doesn't need it on. I kind of thought that she needed to have the halter on to get used to it around her face. So if you're a 4-H or FFA person, what do you think? Do you need to remove the halter every time you use it, and put it on only when you want to lead them? And I'm just curious what people are saying. Take the halter off. Never leave it on. Jamie's right. Take it off. Okay, well, there you go, Jamie. I guess you were right.
If we could just screenshot that, Jamie's right.
I got to be careful opening this because it feels like it might be a clothy material. And I don't want to cut into anything clothy. Clothy. Jamie, clothy. All right, it comes to Lester Morrow. What in the world? Jamie, what is this? Jamie, what in the world?
I know what that is.
What?
I just saw what it is.
What is this?
It said it on the sticker.
Oh, no. This is like a tuxedo.
Yeah.
Wait, for the prom? Oh, it has padded shoulder pads.
Oh, my God, it has tails.
Oh, my God.
It has tails.
Oh, Lord have mercy. For the prom. For the upcoming prom.
Tails.
Jamie, I am so sorry to let you down, but this is not going to fit me for the lady that sent it.
It fits?
No, it does not.
Yes, it does.
Jamie?
It does fit.
I'm about to walk back to the camera screen.
It fits.
What do you mean it fits? I look like Frankenstein or who's that? Who's the butler? You rang. You rang. It does not fit.
It's not very lurchy. It's okay. It's going to be fine.
Lurchy. You called it lurchy? You rang. I'm putting this. Was that a cummerbund?
Yes.
I think the idea is beautiful. It's a wonderful idea. I'm gonna probably have to pass this off to LE because it might fit him.
It fits you.
Jamie, look at the arms. Look at the arms.
Well, the pants fit.
Well, sort of.
You're on top of your shorts. They fit.
Okay, so fine. Pants is one thing, but I cannot wear this over here like lurch. How does this go? Can you help me?
Pick up your tails.
Guys, don't judge. Just don't judge.
Don't move. Do not bend.
I can't breathe and I can't bend. Why are you laughing like that?
Who puts on a tux with a fishing hat and a Buc-ee's t-shirt?
Oh, hold on. We ain't got to the best part yet. Help me with that sucker, will you?
Now I know that ain't gonna fit.
Oh, does it stretch?
No, sir.
Ooh. Oh my gosh, man, someone wants me to look nice at this prom. Shut it up, Rocky. Someone is hoping that. Anyway, I'm saying thank you. I am not ever ungrateful for the gift.
They would actually like to watch you take that off and versus put it on. And for the record,
I'm gonna need help because I'm sweaty and I'm gonna need help. I will need help for sure. Oh no, leave that on. I'm wearing that all day. That's not coming off. That is staying, Jamie. That and this hat and all that's staying.
Your cummerbund's down.
Pull. Okay. All right, we're good. Woo. Oh my God.
The pants fit fine.
The pants are fine. The sleeves.
Jacket, you might need to make it a corset like me and Steph's dresses.
Man, that was sweet. But I'm guessing that I'm still going with the MC Hammer look. As of now, I'm still going with the MC Hammer.
I think we have to have outfit changes.
What do you mean?
I think that you have to sport this. This is.
You mean throughout the night, like every so many?
Like it's about decades, right?
Oh, so I should change clothes on occasion.
Yeah, this is the left of mine.
I never thought about that. I don't want to be the laughing stock of the entire prom. I want to be the prom king if I can. I don't want to be the laughing stock. Who wants to be? What are we gonna have a prom king and queen?
Yes.
How's that gonna be awarded?
They're gonna have to vote.
Oh Lord.
We're gonna have to go live at some point in time and they're gonna have to vote.
What is this?
Oh no, it's reflective.
The Arctic air hat. The Arctic air hat. Hold on, was there a thing in there to read? Darn. Nope, nothing to read. That means I won't know who it's from because it comes from the fulfillment center. What do you want? Oh, the box. Be careful. So it's a hat, and I'll be more than happy to try it on. One size fits all, and it's also unisex. And it's the Arctic air hat. Okay. So this does feel Arctic-y.
Oh, this is for Stella.
This here is actually really good for ear protection. Look at that. It covers the entire neck, all the face, the ears, and it has a little strap.
Oh, wait,
Kind of like do I look a little Australian in this though? Kind of like outbackish.
It might be the bow tie.
Oh, it's the bow tie.
Just throwing it off a little bit.
Throwing it off. Well, I love it. Thank you so very much.
Look, Starla got blankie.
Oh,
A
boy.
pretty blue blankie. She's
Starla.
so excited.
She's running around getting in trouble somewhere.
That didn't have a card with it, but thank you.
That was kind of you. Thank you very much.
Here's a lesson tomorrow.
And that one it says for your birthday. Oh, to Lester Morrow from TU. From TU. I wonder what that means.
Oh, but this is for the king and queen of Longhorn Lester.
Oh, Lord. From TU.
Oh, look.
Jamie, look at this.
Aww.
This is a hanging hat rack that will hold. It has 2 straps.
Oh, that's from
with
Teresa.
20 hooks that will hold 40 caps. That's amazing.
That's awesome.
And how do you know it's from Teresa?
It says it right there.
There's a note. It says, hopefully this will help with your cap dilemma from Teresa Uhlenhake. You know, it's funny, Jamie, before you move on, I was laughing because I was, there are people who have offered to pay for shipping and handling my used caps. And so I talked about it in a video. I thought it was kind of funny that someone would actually want a used cap because I'm like, they're used, y'all. My caps are not lightly used. They're like heavily used. And no, there are people that want the used caps. And so I made a little video and included that in there. You find that strange at all?
I don't know. People buy used underwear. So
see, I don't think it's the same though. I think when someone buys used underwear, it's probably for more of a perverse reason. But to buy a used cap makes me think when you go to a football game or a baseball game, a basketball game, and you see your favorite player, and man, you just get so excited when you watch them pull off their game jersey and toss it to somebody, some kid, some man my age who gets so excited and holding up that game jersey like, yeah, you know. Okay, that doesn't. Okay, that's how I like to think that people would like to have a used cap, like it says
I just go down a
game
path
jersey.
of like, think about what do they want to do with your DNA? Like,
I don't know. I never thought about that. But no, I like to think of it as like a game jersey. So my caps are obviously I wear a cap every day. I have my new caps that I wear when we go somewhere nice, and then I have my work caps.
And you have the one you had to take off last night.
I have, but most of my work caps have sweat rings around them, or I sweat through them, and people want my used caps. Baby, I can't breathe.
I told you.
Try to hurry because it hit me all of a sudden. Okay. Whew. Teresa, that's very kind of you. Thank you.
Look at this.
We're going to put that.
So Anne says, Lester and Jamie, you both worry me so much hanging out in the sun as much as you do. Please drink this when you start to feel a little yucky. We will. So are they different flavors? This one's strawberry. That one's watermelon.
Oh, that's why I taste the taste. It does really taste watermelon.
One stick, faster hydration than water alone. So it must have electrolytes in it.
Wait, is that from Ann G?
Just Ann. But it was to the king and queen of Longhorn Lester.
Oh, that was sweet, Ann. All right, guys, I count 4 more. I count 4 more. If you guys, that's for both of us. You open those 2 that come to you and both of us, and I'll open the 2 that come just to Lester. How about that? Oh, this is a heavy one. All right, to Lester. I also want them for your birthday.
Yeah. People don't know that I'm going to stop celebrating birthdays. I'm stopping counting.
Oh boy, what have we got here? Go ahead and do yours first.
No, go ahead.
Mine feels like it's something.
Yours has a weapon with it.
It's something of wrought iron. I can feel it's like been something made. Oh. Oh.
Aww.
Look at that.
Lower
It
down.
says Mr. Huck 2019 to 2023.
That's so sweet.
And it has like a little heart, little cutout.
That's really neat. And
So-
then it comes with two. So those poles go in the ground underneath it to hold it up.
So yeah, so there's two poles that come with it that you can put into the ground, like stick them into the ground and set it wherever you want to. So you guys may or may not know this, but with the little spring that I made, the little rock spring, I asked in my video for different naming ideas, and there were some really awesome names. So many names that I could not narrow it down to one. So I decided to call the entire thing Survivor Spring. Survivor Spring. But I'm going to have different locations along the spring where I will put kind of a culvert because I have to drive over. The animals don't want to have to jump over a spring, a rocky spring. So I will put some culverts along the way. And the one here on the hill, which is right here where Mr. Huck defended and saved his family, I'm going to cry. I'm going to call that Huck's Crossing. So that crossing, the one where I will drive when we go to your greenhouse, when we bring stuff or go out to the barn, that culvert area, which will still be rocky around it, I'm going to call that Huck's Crossing.
I love that.
On Survivor Spring. So the entire spring, I don't know exactly how many culverts we're going to need. And when I say culvert, I mean probably 12 foot long,
Yeah.
you know, just 6 or 8 inches wide, and that will be a crossing. So the entire stream is Survivor Spring, and we need to, I have Huck's Crossing. We would like to find something for Dixie and something for Pebbles. Those are the 3 babies who've passed here. I don't know exactly how many crossings we're going to have, but we'll at least need 3.
Yeah.
So you got to think of something, or maybe you could help us with something for Dixie, something that, you know, to remember Dixie by, memorialize Dixie, and something for Pebbles. This is going to sound kind of dumb, but okay, this is going to sound real dumb. You ready for this one over here? So in Spanish, playa means beach. So I kind of thought about right there where the spring comes out, calling that Pebbles Playa.
Pebble Beach.
Pebbles Beach. Yeah,
I
Pebbles
like
Beach.
that.
Pebbles Playa. I don't know if that's dumb or not, but right there where the spring ends and it flows into the pond, calling that Pebbles Beach or something from Pebbles. So hers would not be a crossing. Hers would be the actual beach. But I don't know. It's just an idea. Thank you so much. Now, Jamie, was there a name on this anywhere?
I did not see that, but I didn't read the from on the package.
So the packaging.
Oh, you got something in this package too. Wait,
That's just a packing slip. I don't think there's going to be a name on that.
nope.
It just comes from Etsy. And it doesn't have a message. Lester and Jamie, I just wanted to say my goodbyes to Mr. Huck. I'm going to cry. And this was the best way I knew how. My condolences from Maureen.
Oh,
That's
thank you,
very kind of
Maureen.
you. That's beautiful. And you know what? I may just put that there at Huck's Crossing.
I think so.
I think I'll put it right there beside Huck's Crossing. And the good thing about having it at Crux Crossing is Huck's Crossing is that no animals can get to it.
Yeah.
It'll be here on the hill right there beside Jamie's greenhouse. And so no animals can get to it to mess with it and push it around or trip over it like the birds or anything else. So thank you so much, Maureen.
All right. So this package comes from David and Jennifer Price. And on mine, it says opened by Jamie, but there is one
Ooh.
in there that says to Lester as
So
well.
the whole thing opened by you, but
Yeah.
inside I do got something in here. And there's a note. I love notes. Takes me back to my younger days, Jamie. Oh, dear Jamie. Well, great.
Dear Jamie, I wanted to send you these shirts. I ordered them for you, but I also included the blue one for Lester. I wasn't sure what color you'd like, so I ordered you two.
Oh, Lord.
My favorite's the leopard print, and I've been watching you and Lester and the Morrow family for quite some time. I sent you a garden book that was my grandmother's. I love that book. And I also sent a crystal picture of Maggie and Lester that lights up that sits in my office.
Yeah.
I hope you wear this on a Timeout Tuesday with Lester. It would be so funny. Anyway, I hope you love them. Happy birthday. Love to you and Lester. Jennifer Price.
So wear it with Lester?
Yeah.
Are they going to be matching shirts, I'm wondering?
Welcome to the shit show.
It's that soft cotton. If it's
Hope
soft
you brought
cotton, I will
alcohol.
wear it.
I love it. Thank you so
Welcome
very
to the
much,
shit
Jennifer.
show. Hope you brought alcohol. Yeah.
It's
That
very
was-
Timeout Tuesday. And so I got pink and black, and you got blue.
Uh,
I do love the leopard print one.
Oh my gosh, that's nice.
Awesome.
And it's really soft cotton too. I don't know
Perfect.
why that as a man who likes to be rough and tough, I don't know why I like soft cotton
It's
along
very
my skin. I
sensitive.
like soft cotton on my skin. For me?
Yep.
All right, we're on our last two. Guys, we've kept y'all for a long time today. We had no idea we were going to be on live this long in the morning.
Nope.
I don't want to wear out our welcome, as they say. I don't want to wear out our welcome, but we are trying to do more to be more interactive.
Can I just say that this one was to Longhorn Lester and the sweet Jamie.
So to Longhorn Lester and the sweet Jamie. Okay. And mine's just to Lester.
Oh, somebody's been watching.
This comes from Teresa Bruinger. Did I say that last name correctly? Did I pronounce it right? Bruinger?
Yep.
Teresa Bruinger sends me this, and I don't know what's inside of it. You want to read yours?
No, go ahead.
All right, I will open this real carefully. Miss Teresa. I don't know what it is, Jamie.
I do. I do. You don't know yet?
Hold on. This goes against the wall.
Nope.
You know what this is?
Mm-hmm.
That's facing the wall.
Mm-hmm.
So this mounts to the wall, and the hook faces the wall.
Somebody in the comments has to know as well, because I see it without seeing it.
I don't understand how you can see it without seeing it.
You really don't see it?
No.
So they're independent of each other. They don't go together. I mean,
No, obviously.
there's two of the same thing.
Everyone's saying hat holders,
Yeah.
hat sticks,
Yeah. So
hat sticks,
you put your
shower
face-
rack, a cap rack for hats.
Yeah. So your backside of your hat slides onto this, and they stack
Yes,
up.
I get that. Okay, so yeah, so if this was on the wall, you just do this over here, and your cap would go down, and they would all fall over each other.
That's really neat.
That is neat.
So simple. Look at you have all kinds of hat holders now.
And I have a lot of hats now, Jamie. I'm a man with many who has to wear many hats.
That's very true.
Thank you so much, Teresa.
All right, so this comes from Molly, and it says, "Hello from Tennessee. I know you've been through a lot lately with drought, losing babies, taking care of 3 new babies, Jamie working full time and running 2 properties. I wish I was there to help because I love to feed babies. So in the South, when your neighbors need help, we feed you. So sending a meal." Okay, she sent. This is really sweet, Lester, because she must know your love here. She sent beans and rice. Okay. Look. Beans and rice. And she said you could put it in your emergency supply bin, but I also sent some powdered milk for the babies.
Oh, Lord.
And she sent, hold on a second here. So powdered milk for the babies. She said cereal in memory of Dixie. So Beverly can have some breakfast. Crackers and cheese for Lester and Christmas. And maybe
Hold
even
on,
Miss
Lester.
Yeah, for Lester and
My nighttime
maybe
cravings.
Miss Tilly, who's why wouldn't a pregnant goat want cheese and crackers with her daddy? Pancake mix for Lex for breakfast or dinner. Oatmeal for Ringo and the pigs.
Wow.
Big Newtons for Pig
Boy, she
Newton.
brought a little bit of everything.
And a Sonic gift card for the doggies to get a treat, and Lester to get a Frito pie and Dr. Pepper.
Oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. They would know about my Frito pie addiction. I haven't talked about that. How would they know that?
They know.
You've told them.
No,
You
ate
you
it in
told
a
'em.
reel with me.
I knew Dr. Pepper. That's no longer a secret, but I'm also hooked on the Frito pie.
She sent me a bracelet.
Dang it.
That was her cousin Emma Faye's, and she loved hearing about the animals. And she's since had several strokes and couldn't use a computer. So every night,
Hey, Uriel.
at 7:30,
Vin.
she would call her and tell her what was going on with I'm a Survivor.
That's in vivo, Vin. I want to go ahead.
Anyway, she said she's in love with Starla, Ruby, and Danny, and what a blessing from Miss Molly. Molly, this is amazing. Thank you so very much. Look at Uriel's here to help
Why
us.
we have you all here, Uriel Mita.
Wow.
I just want to say that this guy has helped me a little bit. This is Leo's helper. Everyone remembers Leo, the guy that did all the logging. This is this tractor driver. And right now, Leo's not working much. And Uriel is helping me around here and there doing jobs. So look at that shirt, Jamie.
That's a good shirt.
That's the way our employees should dress, Jamie. They
That's a
should
good
dress.
shirt.
That's a great shirt. I want to say thank you for
Thank
helping
you
me.
so much.
And he's come today to help me with these pumps and get all this priming going. So his name is Uriel. He was also around the day that we had the calf.
Danny.
Yeah, when Danny was born, he was at the other property, and he has been instrumental in being around at the right time. And so I'm not happy that Mr. Leo's not working right now, but with logging industry and for land clearing, I think it's like that. I think you probably have busy times and you have times that you're not as busy. And so I can't, anyway, it's a blessing to have an additional help here and there when you need help. And I feel like it's a blessing that we can pay forward.
Yeah.
So I have no problems letting someone sweat along with me today up and down them
Uriel is
hills.
the name of an archangel.
No, I did not know that. Are you reading that?
Yeah.
Or, Uriel is the name of an archangel. What is an archangel?
Isn't Gabriel an archangel?
I don't even know what an archangel is, Jamie.
Huh.
What is Frito pie? Oh, I know what Frito pie is. That's where you have Fritos, the corn chip, and that you
Chili.
have Wolf brand chili. I prefer Wolf brand chili. And you put the Wolf brand chili hot on top of your Fritos.
With cheese.
You put some cheese.
onions if you're like
Some
me.
people will put onions, but not me. I'm just cheese and chili. And then you mix that all together. So what they do here in Texas at football games, this is pretty neat. At any sporting event, the Fritos come in a small bag. Now up north, do they ever just cut the top of the bag?
We don't have Frito pie up north.
You don't have Frito pie, you bunch of weirdos. Do y'all have Wolf brand chili?
No.
The commercial. There used to be a commercial.
We have Chili
Wolf
Man.
brand chili.
We
You don't remember
We
that?
have Chili Man.
Oh, no. Wolf brand chili is the down south chili. Anyway, you buy, they take a bag of Fritos. They cut the top.
Sometimes they call it walking tacos.
Jamie, let me finish talking about my chili, please. They cut the top. They put the chili inside of it with the cheese, and then they give you a fork. And there you go. So you're walking around with your bag of Fritos and your fork, and you're literally eating it as you're watching your football game, your sporting event. Isn't that ingenuitive? And that's what you find when
Definitely
you come down
made by a
south.
man.
True. All right.
So an
walking
arch-
tacos. Let's hear about your walking taco.
No, an archangel is a general of angels, a leader.
Hmm.
That's what they say.
So an angel leader is an archangel.
Mhm.
Okay, is it arc or arch? Because everyone's saying arch, but I've only heard it.
I thought it was pronounced arc.
So the ch make a k sound, which is why it's so easy to learn to read English, right? Because of all these crazy things
Only
that
you
the
would
Brits
like go
taught
down
us.
this path of
Well,
like,
that's because the Brits started all this stuff, and all the people from the UK.
pronounced arc. Thank you.
Yes. So why in the world? I mean, I'm not here to talk language and all the phonetics of language, but man, the Brits have really messed us over on that one. You know that, right? The
Oh my
Brits
God.
put all this in
At
motion.
this point, it is time for Lester to go start real work.
I do got to work. My help is here, and I'm going to go down and start running some pumps. Thank you all for spending time with us. Thank you for the gifts. Please don't think that you're ever obligated. We don't ask for anything. I don't want to scold. We're not scolding you, but really spend your money on you and your family and those around you, or put it into savings because you never know when you're going to have a rainy day. But we're so blessed. Thank y'all for watching.
Have a great Saturday, y'all. We love you.
We do love you. Okay. I tipped my cap, Jamie. I
It was
tipped
good.
the floppy hat.
It was good.